All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do another video for you guys, give you an update on what's going on. As you guys know, if you were in our Telegram, that the launch of the animal farm has been pushed back about 2 days. Not really a big deal. They need to make sure everything is running right. We'll talk about what Forex talked about on his Telegram post here in a second. And we'll jump into drip and all that good stuff. Of course, it goes without saying before I even move forward that everything I talk about on my channel is for entertainment purposes only. Definitely not giving you financial advice. I mean, why would you take financial advice from a stranger on YouTube, right? Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and if you're okay with risk, and only if you're okay with the risk, because let's be clear, this is all high risk. Only put in what you can afford to lose, guys, okay? Risk capital only. Also follow me on Telegram. We'll leave a link for that down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. So whenever I do a brand new video, you'll get notified straight away. So all of that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Before I talk about the animal farm, just want to give you a quick update on drip. Take a look at the price. As you can see here, this thing is, it's doing its thing. It's paying out that 1% a day. The price of drip right now is sitting at $124. I mean, this might be the time to bag up a little bit. If you were around when it was at $190, $199 not too long ago, and you were looking for an entry point, well, this might be it. It's come down quite a bit, and this might be the time to load up. For me, you look at my account, I have a pretty sizable account, right? Like this one here. Even with the dip in the price, it's still over 3 million in deposits. And I could have compounded a little bit more. I'm sitting on almost $1 million worth of drip, just this wallet. And then you look at my other account, where's that 1.8 million in deposits, even with these prices, and sitting at 363,000 worth of drip in this wallet. If I look back over the last, what's it been since April? We're in January, so what is that? 8 months, 9 months, something like that. I don't know. Do the math. There was opportunities whenever it dipped. I would always bag up, right? I would compound, and I would compound, and I would also use BNB to bag up and take advantage of low prices whenever I had the opportunity. And so you see me with kind of a bigger account now that the price is literally jumped multiple times. It's multiplied quite a bit over the price that I got it at. My point is that whenever there was a dip of some sort, I would always bag up. Now, don't get me wrong, I was locking in profits and all that other good stuff as well, but I always took advantage of low prices. Not saying for you to do that. If you want to do that, great. If you were looking for an entry point, all I'm simply pointing out is if you were sitting there kicking yourself that you didn't get more when it was lower, the price, so this might be an opportunity. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure what the floor is right now. I'd even dip a little bit more, but we'll see. But that being said, drip is just doing its thing. You see here, it's just constantly paying out. You know what I mean? It's paying out that 1% a day. So if you want to check this out, if you want to use my buddy address, I will leave my buddy address down below. All right. So that being said, moving on from drip, we have the manor farm. But I want to talk about a little bit more of the animal farm, because as you guys saw my post yesterday, and really I just took Forex's post and posted it in my Telegram. The launch was pushed back 2 days. Let me find that post real quick. Give me a second. Okay. So here's a post that says, due to some changes we made to the animal farm, such as the addition of a 3% tax on selling pigs and some additional security functions, we would like to take an extra 1 to 2 days to run them by Paladin and do our own in-house testing. It's essentially the same exact tax mechanic we have on dogs, which has now been fully audited and tested, passing with flying colors. We know there will be no issues. We will always be conservative on these matters because it's always better to be careful than assume. We also want to polish the site up a bit more and do more promotion for the launch event. And he goes on to say, we are taking advantage of this extra 2 days by having a small BUSD raise on Tuesday, which is tomorrow from when I'm making this video, in the REAP DAO. Now, to get into this REAP DAO, you do need to have 300 REAP in your wallet. Price of REAP right now is pretty high. I got into this REAP DAO when the price of REAP was way lower. But if you feel like you want to get in there and you want to take advantage of getting inside information, it's up to you. But it's going to be in that REAP DAO. The BUSD raise will go 100% towards appreciating the price of dogs and pigs. And again, here, as I mentioned, to join the REAP DAO, you must hold at least 300 REAP. Okay. So that's what's going on. Okay. Now they're adding this tax. Again, people are going to have differing views on this. Some people are going to say, why are they adding a tax? I don't like that. Then there's going to be people that don't mind the tax. I'm of the opinion that, I'm okay with the tax because, these taxes, especially if you look at the drip faucet, these taxes on every transaction is basically what's made the platform run this long and why it's been so successful, because every move you make on that platform, you're gonna get taxed. You're getting taxed for every little thing, right? So it enables these taxes enable the contract to run longer than what we've seen in the past. A lot of you guys have probably been in different ROI contracts that had no tax, and they had their quick little run, and if it ran for a couple of months, you were lucky. But most of them don't really last that long, right? Because there's no tax, and obviously other reasons. Not to say that tax is the only thing, but these taxes are what help the platform sustain. Like for me, every time I do a withdrawal, I'm going to get taxed, right, from the drip faucet. It is what it is, right? And I have pretty sizable withdrawals. You look at this right here, right? This is like 100,000 I have in my available balance. When I withdraw that, I'm going to get hit with a 10% tax, right? 10%, what's 10% of 100,000? $10,000 tax. I just pay it and keep it moving, right? That's just, that's the price I have to pay to play, right? That's just the way it works. It is what it is. So, them having this tax on selling pigs, again, it'll incentivize people not to sell their pigs, I guess, right? And again, for people that are holding pigs, that's a good thing. So, Forex has done a really good job so far on different projects, and of course with drip and the faucet and the garden and the manor farm. So, don't bug out too much. This is all part of having a successful running ecosystem that hopefully, right, knock on wood, lasts for a long time. So we'll see how this plays out. Again, we're not going to know how this plays out until this thing launches, but I wouldn't really bug out too much. I know there were some people that were bugging out and getting worried about it. I wouldn't spend too much time on that. So yeah, that's what's going on with the farm. Okay, you can see here, take these extra 2 days, you can formulate your strategy. What are you going to do? You're going to get into the dogs BUSD farm contract? Are you going to get into the dogs BNB? Are you going to get into drip BUSD? Like some of you guys have been stacking up drip BUSD LP tokens from the garden. Are you going to take it out and put it in here? Again, I don't want to make moves for you or tell you what to do, because you have to make that decision and formulate your own strategy. Because I never want to have people come back to me saying, hey, you told us to do this and it didn't work. Well, that's why I never go into specifics, right? I don't even go into what pool you should go into, right? I'll show the different pools that I'm into, but you got to make a decision on what pools you get into yourself. Now, keep in mind, as people go into these different pools, right, it'll drop the APR, right? Some of you guys have never got into a farm before, and you were messaging me when the manor farm was running saying, hey, the APR keeps dropping. Why does the APR keep dropping? What's going on? That's how farms work. As people jump into these different pools, the APR is going to drop, right? That's why you might not want to go all in on one pool. You might want to separate and have, a little bit in this pool, a little bit of that pool, in that pool. It's totally up to you, right? If you want to play it more safe, of course, if the safer you play it, the less the APY, right? I'm not saying you're not going to be profitable. I was in the Ethereum only pool, and we like tripled, what we put in, right? So it could be profitable still, but of course, the riskier you go, the higher the opportunity to make. Again, that comes with a lot of risk as well. But here's single token pools. If you have BNB in your wallet or BUSD in your wallet or Cake or something like that, you can throw it in here, start earning APR. There's going to be a lockup period. So again, I want to bring that to your awareness as well. And then obviously here we have, as I mentioned before, the Pigpen. Pigpen is our governance staking protocol where holders of the PIGS token become owners of the platform. By staking their PIGS as an owner of the platform, you not only earn a high yield BUSD dividend, which is generated from the platform deposit fees, as well as the taxes associated with the underlying assets. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Of course, we're experiencing this in real time. So, we'll be on this journey together. That's why I say stay plugged in, follow us on Telegram, join us on YouTube, all that stuff, because we'll talk about what's happening, our experiences, and I'll show you what I'm doing with it, right? That being said, okay, one last thing before I jump into a little bit of Ape Heroes, because they're launching their deal today. You'll be able to stake today their NFTs. But before I talk about that, again, I do want to remind you guys, if you do not know how to farm, if you've never experienced farming, you don't know what impermanent loss is, and you just don't know, then, maybe go light, right? Or go into the faucet, right? The faucet is, you're going to get that 1% a day. Yes, with some of these other pools, you might get 4% a day or 5% a day or 10% a day, right? But it can also drop pretty quickly as well, depending on, which pools you're in. So again, just bear in mind, like I said, for me, the faucet has always been, and it will always be, the main hub. That's where the bulk of what I'm doing with the ecosystem is going to be. Of course, I'll make money with the manor farm, the garden, obviously the animal farm. We're gonna, we'll go heavy into. I got several $100,000 worth of, tokens that I'm going to be, putting in here. The faucet is going to be the main deal, right? Faucet is always going to be the main deal. One quick thing also, I've also had some people, more than one person say, hey, I've referred some people to Drip, right? Not to go back to Drip, but I've referred some people to Drip. I see them on my dashboard, but I haven't got any rewards or anything like that. If you go through the white paper, right now, we used to cover this a lot back when Drip first started, and I haven't in a while. But if you go through this, it does mention that you do need to have REAP, right? So page 6 out of the 10-page document, you'll see here, if you want to get rewards on your first level of your downline, you need to have 2 BREEP in your wallet. If you want to hold, if you want to get paid on your second level, you need to have 3 BREEP. If you want to get paid on your third level, you need to have 5 BREEP, right? So this is how much BREEP you need to have in your wallet to open up the different levels in your downline, right? To get a referral reward. Okay. And some people say, what's the percentage? You get 10% on your personal referrals. Okay. So here again, I'm not going to go through this here. You can go through this on your own, but you do need to have BREEP. That's why over here it says buy BREEP right here. If you click this, it'll take you over to Pancake Swap, and you can buy BREEP however much you like to open up the different levels in your team. Okay. So real quick, Ape Heroes. Let me find the post real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me find that post. They're scheduled to, 1 second here. They're scheduled to start letting us stake the NFTs. Give me 1 second. Let me just find that post. Okay. All right, so here it says here, hey, Ape Squad, just wanted to give you an early heads up that we are running into some mainnet deployment issues. We need to completely deploy everything and run our full suite of tests on mainnet to ensure staking works properly. We're still shooting for our original 6 p.m. UTC estimate, but don't want to rush it up with issues. It'll be ready today nonetheless, and we will adjust the reward start time accordingly to ensure all of our early stakers have a fair chance to get in. So later on today, at some point, again, they're not giving an exact time. They want everything to be running smoothly, but we'll be able to take our NFTs, stake them for the POW tokens, as we've talked about many times before. And then 24 hours later, right, I'm assuming tomorrow, is when we start to receive rewards, okay? So if you're sitting on these NFTs and you just don't want to hold them in your wallet, you'll be able to stake them later on today and start receiving rewards in POW, right? Their native token. Now, what's POW going to be worth? I don't know. I don't know. I guess the market will decide. But you know, you can either just let these NFTs sit in your wallet and do nothing, and hopefully the price of them, increase over time, or you can actually just put them in here, stake them, and at least have them do something, right? Earn some POW tokens, as little or as big as how the value of those POW tokens are. It's better than nothing, right? So just wanted to mention that. So they said they will be on pace to allow people to stake today, even though it may not be the exact time that they were aiming for, but it'll be some point later on. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Just want to give you that quick heads up on everything that's going on. Lots of stuff happening. Market is tanking, right? And not doing too well, but yet there's still opportunities. There's always going to be opportunities if you keep your eyes open, and get into some good projects. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon. Again, do want to emphasize this is all risky stuff. Don't put anything in here or crypto period that you cannot afford to lose, guys. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.